What up? Today we gonna be talking a little bit about the Texans, and as a Texans fan, I've spent years, almost decades, watching this team fail. And the problem with the Texans, it's not Bill O'Brien, it's not Rick Smith, it's not Bob McNair. Actually, it kind of is Rick Smith and Bill O'Brien. We want to talk about Bill O'Brien being a good quarterback coach. Let's look at his track record. Okay, he did well with Tom Brady, who has done well with every quarterback coach he's been with. Let's just give him an A+ for making a good player look as good as he is. Um, okay, he made Christian Hackenberg look good. Chris, Christian Hackenberg he never really looked good. He just didn't look atrocious. That's not good quarterback coaching. But let's get off that tangent. Um, but we want to talk about the problem with the Texans. It's been the fan base. Like, we want to talk about uh, us being so, uh, we're just so content with mediocrity. We're just so content with mediocrity. Oh, well, at least we made it to the playoffs. We beat the Raiders. What are you mad about? We beat Connor Cook. Connor Cook, a guy who I honestly didn't even think was a top 4 quarterback in a draft class that was, apart from the top 2 quarterbacks, top 3, I thought was quite weak. Actually, no, I won't lie. I thought it was pretty strong, but I thought it started getting weak right at Connor Cook. The way I saw it, I didn't see what people saw in Jared Goff. I put it as Wentz first, Paxton Lynch second, Goff 3, um, Dak Prescott 4, and Connor Cook 5. And I thought Dak Prescott was going to be a lot better than a lot of people said, and now I was right. But again, away from that tangent, like a lot of the mocosos out there that are Texans fans are the same mocosos who will tell you that, like, a few months ago, these were the same people that were saying that, oh, I'm gonna hang myself if we don't trade for Tony Romo. To- Tony Romo. Okay, here's how it would have been. We expect the Dallas Cowboys to be dumb, but to get Tony Romo, they probably asked for a first rounder, also throw in DeAndre Hopkins, Jalen Strong, and Benardrick McKinney. That's probably what their asking price would have been for uh, Tony Romo. No, we don't know that for sure. Okay, they would have at least been asking for some starter potential player. Which starter do you think they'd ask for? Kevin Johnson? Ke- like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, when Kevin Johnson was drafted, did any of y'all know who Kevin Johnson was? I didn't. I didn't know who Kevin Johnson was. I was like, who is this ninja? Out of Wake Forest, unknown, barely had any interceptions, doesn't have any interceptions when he came into the league. Honestly, one of the worst first round picks from that year in terms of production. Doesn't even really start. Has struggled coming off the bench. Like, can't can't jam someone off the line to save his life. Can't catch up to a guy who's burned him worth of crap. I mean, jeez, like, and then as fans, we will say, "Oh, it's a good pick." oh, well, how could we have known he wouldn't produce? How could we have not known it translate? It wouldn't translate. There was nothing to translate to begin with. Like, to me, this Kevin Johnson pick was worse than the Titans taking a Dorie Jackson this year. Dorie Jackson was actually good at the return game. He had some highlights where he was actually good against good rated receivers. Yes, there were times where he got burned. There were times where he got beasted, toasted, roasted, sliced, diced, capsized. But there were times that, dang it, he was good against star level talent. But with Kevin Johnson, even watching his highlights, I wasn't impressed. You know, forget the tape. Watching the highlights and I'm still not enamored with you takes a lot of skill. After watching the highlights, I'm enamored with Tristan Decoud. Tristan Decoud. Do y'all even know who that is? Fifth round safety that we drafted, who probably has a good chance of starting because all he has to do is beat out Eddie Pleasant. And probably will probably not even have he'll probably not even really get a viable chance to beat out Eddie Pleasant because Eddie Pleasant knows the system and we can't have him taking over.